Good evening, all. So, today we are going to talk about probabilities. Yeah. So, till now we had seen we discussed what is probability, right? Then some terms related to probability, right? We talked about probability distribution function. We talked about uh, central limit theorem. We talked about normal distribution. Okay. Now, today we'll start with types of probability, right? I'll be talking about which are very common types of probabilities you will come across in like uh, while working on data science or uh, even in practical use, uh, even for practical use cases. Okay. So now talking about types of probabilities. Okay, so uh, you'll mostly came across three major types of probabilities. So one is marginal probability. I'll go through each of them with some examples. Marginal probability. Second is joint probability, and third one is conditional probability. Okay, so let's see what is probability. What is marginal probability? So marginal probability is the probability of occurrence of a single event, right? So yeah, I'm sorry. So marginal probability is a probability of a single event. Probability of a single event, right? So uh, let's take an example that uh, what is the probability uh, of occurrence of an occurrence of of a number on a when you roll a dice, right? So event is occurrence of any number uh, when a dice is rolled, right? Sorry, rolled, right? So what will be the probability? So there can be one outcome, right? Like when you roll a dice, there will be only one outcome, right? And the possible number of outcomes are six. So 1/6 is the probability, right? Maybe like let's take another example which we can use for all of these types of probabilities. So let's say uh, you have to, what is the probability of uh, fetching a card out of the deck, right? Fetching a particular card out of the deck. So for example, I say a card uh, 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 like uh, uh, an S of heart, right? Or no, uh, uh, not S of heart, but a heart card, right? Right. So how many heart cards are there? 13. How many total number of cards are there? 52. So the probability is 1 by 4, right? So this is known as marginal probability. Now coming to joint probability. So I'll take the same example for joint probability. So joint probability is a measure of two events happening at the same time, right? Probability of two events happening at same time, same time, right? Okay. So what could be the example that here you want ace of heart card, right? Like basically uh, ace of heart. This is the probability. This is what uh, uh, this is the card which we want to draw. So in earlier case, in marginal probability case, what we did, we wanted any heart card, right? So any heart card means there could be 13 such cards, out of which I can take any of the card, right? So 13 out by 52. But here ace of heart is only one card, right? So 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 basically this will be a joint probability of uh, like ace of heart. How can I um, uh, like what will be the probability of you getting a ace of heart card? So the probability you can calculate as a probability of uh, you can define that as a joint probability of two events. One event is uh, 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 ace card, right? Ace card. And another event is card of heart, right? Card of heart. So right. So this is how we can calculate the probability for this, right? And if you look for sorry, so this is like this will be joint probability. We'll see like how we can calculate these joint probabilities with one of the example. But now let's look into what is conditional probability. So conditional probability. Okay. So conditional probability is a probability of an event to occur given that another event already occurred, right? So suppose A and B are two events, right? So now see, like maybe I can again take this example that uh, you need to have probability of ace of heart, uh, right? Now uh, this probability like uh, uh, okay, not this may not be a good example, but uh, basically uh, how can so like yeah, so maybe I can try to uh, uh, explain it with this example itself. Like we have to get a probability of ace of heart. Now there could be two events, right? Like where B is the probability that card is of heart, and A is the probability that card is an S, right? So basically, uh, card of what will be the probability of card is a heart. So probability B will be, so card is a heart. So how many hearts are there? 13, right? And how many cards are there? 52, right? Now, what will be the probability that card is an S? So how many cards are S? 4, right? And out of that, like, you will be choosing one card. So 1 by 4 is the probability, right? Now, joint probability, which is like probability of A, sorry, conditional probability will be probability of A given B happened already, right? So basically, the event was like that, that you already drawn card of heart, right? And in that card of heart, what is the probability that one of the card is S, right? So uh, yeah, so this is known as conditional probability. Okay, now uh, conditional probability, like, you calculate conditional probability as P of A given B, or it can be P of B given A, right? Like, based on what are the events, right? Uh, okay, like, in machine learning terms, you can say that what is the probability of y equals to 1 given x equals to some value, right? Right. So like, conditional probability is what you will be calculating. Now, conditional probability can further be of two types. One is independent, uh, like, when A and B are independent events, like, uh, occurrence of like, occurrence of event A is independent of occurrence of B, right? So we were looking into those disjoint sets, right? So if A and B are independent events, right? So in that case, probability of A given B will be equals to probability of A, right? Right? Because, or probability of B given A will be equal to probability of B, right? Because these two sets are disjoint, right? Like, they are not dependent of whether A occurred or not. Okay. So this will be when two events are independent. If two events are dependent, right? A and B are dependent, which means that like, the sets are not disjoint, right? Uh, in this case, probability of A given B will be given by probability of A and B, uh, probability of A and B, right? Probability of occurrence of A and B divided by probability of B. Okay, we can discuss all of these things in more detail, like, we can have some examples of sets and all, but for this particular class, like, I'll stick to just definition of what conditional probability is, or what joint and marginal probabilities are, right? So P, probability of A given B will be given by probability of A and B and probability of B, or similarly, if I have probability of B given A, then it will be probability of A and B, right, divided by probability of A. Okay, so this was all about types of probabilities, right? uh, Okay, let me so we have time, so maybe like I can spend 10 minutes on one example, uh, right? So suppose this is an example that uh, uh, graduation, right? So uh, or let's say post graduation, that will make more sense. So uh, the hypothesis is that post graduation uh, leads to increase in salary, right? Now I'll quickly uh, create a data set. Okay, uh, let's say uh, so this is education, right? uh, Postgraduate education, right? And I have this is as no, no post graduation, and this is as yes, post graduation, right? Now, right? So let's say I have this different levels, right? No, yes, and let's say I have salary levels. Okay, levels, salary levels. So uh, uh, let's say like so I have some group of people, right? Let's say the number of this group of people is uh, okay. Let me here put total people, right? So suppose there are five levels, right? One, two, three, four, five, five levels, right? Now uh, for these levels, suppose I have uh, uh, so these are like salary levels, right? One is low salary level, and five is high salary level, right? And I have here are some numbers, right? So uh, this is no post graduation. So uh, let's say this is 5, this is 10, uh, this is 15. I'm just putting these random numbers. Okay, this is 20, and let's say 25. These are random numbers. This can be anything. I am just putting it by just like these numbers just for the example, right? So this was like number of like these are the number of people with no education but are in level 1, right? No postgraduate education. Now what if they have postgraduate educations, right? So uh, suppose here there is 0, here there is 0, their minimum salary starts with level 3. So let's say here the number is 10, here the number is 25, and here the number is 50, right? Now let me quickly do calculations here. So this is 15, 15, 30, 50, 50 and 75, right? 50, 75 and 85, right? And these are the levels. So forget about it. And here 5, 10, this is total 5, 10, 15 and 10, 25, 20 and 25, 45, and 25 and 50, 75, right? And let me do calculations here. So 5 uh, so 160, right? So total number of students are 160, right? And a total number of, this is total students, total students with a post graduation, this is 85, and total students without post graduation, This is 75. Okay. Now, so let's start with marginal probability first, right? So, what is the probability? Uh, probability that that an employee has gone through post graduation, right? So probability that a person went through post graduation, like basically I want to know how many people go through post graduation. Like suppose if this is a company A, so how many people in this company A, what is the probability that the people who are joining this company A will be having a post graduation? That is the marginal probability we are going to calculate, right? So for this, what I have to do, how many employees are there, right? So 160, right? And how many employees went for post graduation? So 85, right? So this will be my marginal probability. Similarly, I can have marginal probability that how many of them are known are not having post graduation education, right? So again, that will be 75 by 160, right? So these are all marginal probabilities. Okay. Now joint probability. So joint probability, what I want to find is uh, so joint probability is like probability of A and B, right? And let's say A is that uh, it's a postgraduate, right? And what is B? B is a event that salary is more than level 3 levels, right? Or maybe like let's start with uh, level equals to level 3. Okay, salary equals to level 3, right? Now for joint probability, what I have to look for, both uh, uh, both probabilities, right? Uh, uh, so I need to see probabilities of both the events A and B, and here A event is that the person is postgraduate, right? So if I see uh, so yeah, so here like uh, probability, okay, so I'm looking for level 3, so this is level 3, right? And in level 3 I'm looking for people with post graduation, right? So these are the people with post graduation, 10, right? So now what will be joint probability? So joint probability will be uh, probability of how many uh, for this level, how many people are there, right? So that will be 10, right? And uh, uh, total, how many employees will be employees are there, right? So 160, right? So this will be the probability of people who have uh, post graduation as well whose level is 3, whose level is equals to 3. Now I can have that people who have post graduation and whose salary level is, let's say, greater than, or yeah, uh, greater than 4, right? So greater than 4 means like this level and this level, right? So 25 and 50, 75, 75, and total I have 160. So this will be my joint probability. Okay. Now let's take an example of conditional probability. So for conditional probability, I'll will refer to this same table, but like now we'll first let's define what conditional probability we want to see. So let's say we are looking for probability that a candidate has good level given that he has not gone through post graduation, right? So uh, what I'm talking about is probability that let's say level is equals to 3, okay, given that post graduation equals to no, right? This is the probability, conditional probability I want to calculate, okay. So now see this. So good package like L equals to 3. This is what we are calculating, right? And for that, like the number of people are 15, right? With no graduation, right? And how many people are there with no graduation? 75, right? So my conditional probability will be 15 by 75, okay. So this is how I'll calculate a conditional probability. Now quickly we can see uh, what will be the conditional probability. Like we calculated joint probability here, right? Now we'll calculate a conditional probability that uh, level equals to 3 and post graduation equals to yes, right? So what we are looking for is level equals to 3, post graduation equals to yes, which means like uh, 10. I'm writing here 10 divided by 85, right? So this is the difference between conditional probability and joint probability, right? So joint probability for level is 3, and given that post graduation is yes, right? So like my sample space is reduced to 85, but in case of my joint probability, my sample space will be like 160, okay. So this was all about joint marginal probability, joint probability, and conditional probability, okay. Now I'll quickly go through next important uh, uh, concept of probability, which is known as Bayes theorem. Bayes theorem, okay. So so we had gone through uh, like conditional probability. So Bayes theorem, I'll first say that it revolves all around conditional probability, right? Conditional probability and its reverse. So conditional probability and its reverse, okay. I'll say what I mean by reverse part here, right? So uh, so conditional probability. Okay, let me define first Bayes theorem. So probability of A given B is given by probability of B given A multiplied by probability of A and divided by probability of B. So this is conditional probability, right? This so like basically uh, you can see this relationship that P of A given B is directly proportional to P of B given A. Like I will not say directly proportional, but it's related to P of B given A uh, with marginal probabilities of probability of A and probability of B, right? So this is a relationship between conditional probability and its reverse, okay. Now uh, now, let me quickly uh, uh, let you know about these terminologies. So P of uh, A given B, this is referred to as posterior probability, posterior probability, okay. So you can remember it by like basically this is a probability which you have to calculate, okay. uh, Fine. So this is known as posterior probability. And how you read this probability of occurrence of A given the event B occurred. Okay, and this component here, P of B given A, is known as likelihood ratio. Likelihood ratio. Okay, and again, this is the probability of B given A. Okay, and probability of now these probabilities, these are known as prior probabilities. Okay, prior probabilities. So this is posterior probability, this is likelihood, and these are known as prior probabilities. Okay, so you can say it as uh, uh, basically this is actual probability distribution of A, this is actual probability distribution of B. Okay, okay, uh, okay. There is not enough time, but I will try to go through one example of Bayes theorem. Okay, if we are able to complete it, fine. Else, like I'll continue it in the next class. So maybe like I can continue for 3-4 minutes. Yeah. So suppose there are three bags A, B, and C, right? And so these are three bags, and in bag A there are two blue balls and four red balls. Okay. Now in bag B you have eight blue balls and four red balls. Okay. And you have a bag C where you have one blue ball and three red balls. Okay. Now uh, we want to calculate, we want to use Bayes theorem to solve this equation, probability of A given B. Okay. Now what are these two events? A is an event, sorry. So A is an event to uh, okay, I should have kept it as different names, but okay, now this A and B events are different from these bags. Okay, so A is an event, or let me put it as different names. So this is X, this is X, this is Y, this is Z, right? So A is an event of drawing one blue ball from X. Okay, and B is an event uh, uh, to draw uh, two blue balls. Okay, so basically two blue balls are drawn, and it can be drawn from any of these bags, right? So this is what we want to calculate. So given that two blue balls are drawn, what is the probability that one blue ball is from X? This is what we are trying to calculate. Okay, now I was just talking about this, right? So probability of A given B, like this is a conditional probability, and like in previous class here, we learned about conditional probability, that if the events are uh, okay, yeah, if the events are dependent, right, then we calculate the probability like this way. Okay, so I'll use that here. Probability of A given B will be probability of A and B happening together divided by probability of B, right? And what is the probability of B? Probability of B is like extracting two blue balls, right? So like one could be that I extract. Okay, let me, yeah, it will take time, but let me try to first see like how we calculate probability of B. So probability of B will be like I choose one of this bag, right? So 1/3 is the probability divided by multiplied by two blue balls out of six, right? So 2/6. This is one probability. Or there could be another way of like choose one of these bags uh, and get one ball, uh, yeah, get one ball from Z, right? So 1 by, yeah, this will be okay. So 1/4, right? Plus get one bag uh, of this, which is like this one, this bag, and you take one ball out of six balls, right? One ball out of six balls, right? So this is how you can calculate probability of probability of B, right? uh, or I would say, yeah, and probability of A and B together, right? Like, so probability of A is that one ball is from X, right? So one ball is X means like you are taking this. So one ball is from X, right? Uh, Given that two balls are drawn, right, from X, Y, Z, right? So uh, so this is how we'll be able to calculate probability. So basically what we have to do is we have to calculate three probabilities. One is uh, uh, so probability of B, uh, it will be like one ball, uh, one ball like there could be three scenarios. One ball from X, right? One ball from X, and one ball. Okay, sorry, I forgot that there is eight blue balls here as well. So one ball from X, one ball from Y, right? And no ball from zero ball from Z, right? This will be one event, right? Or two balls from X, zero balls from Y, and zero balls from Z, right? Blue balls. And then you can have like two balls from Y and zero balls from X and zero balls from Z, right? So basically you can based on all of these combinations, you can calculate probability of B, and you can calculate probability of A and B together, right? And this way you can calculate probability of A given B, right? Which will be probability of A and B divided by probability of B. Now, so this is conditional probability. Now, Bayes theorem, in Bayes theorem, we assume that both probabilities are independent, right? Sorry, both events are independent, and probability of A given B uh, is given by probability of B given A into probability of A and probability of B, right? So if we define properly probabilities of if we are able to define events A and B properly, and if we are able to see that whether these events are independent or not independent, right? Then we can use uh, Bayes theorem to solve this probability problem, right? Uh, So yeah, maybe next time, if time permits, I will go through. Uh, I'll go through one example. Okay, like where we calculate all these probabilities and see what like how to solve these probability questions. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can ask me here. Else you can put it on WhatsApp group as well, and I will answer you there. Okay, assuming no questions, I'll end this session here. And yeah, again, I'll say that if you have any questions after this session, you can email me or you can WhatsApp me, and I'll if it is simple, like, or if it is uh, like mm, uh, yeah, if it is easy to answer on WhatsApp, I will do that there, and else I will take it up in the session, next session. Okay.